there's a lot of bad guys in
That have a
film
point?
that have a pretty good point.
I guess.
Thanos was right.
Thanos was right.
Thanos was dumb. His whole deal was that like the universe was unsustainable with its population. Therefore, you should kill half. How about you just double the food? Stupid.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Yeah. Kill half the people or double the food.
Yeah, why don't you make?
Which one makes you less of a war criminal?
Yeah, if the universe is ever expanding, isn't there room for double the amount?
I know. I
Yeah.
think he just wanted an excuse to fucking kill people and make several
Space Hitler?
multi-million-dollar franchise films.
Didn't you mention that one? He was Space Hitler.
Was he Space Hitler? It wasn't.
It wasn't genocide, no, but
Yeah, it wasn't a race thing.
yeah, but it was a lot of people who died, and
Just 'cause
therefore
it's a
it's-
lot of people doesn't make it Hitler. It could. I mean,
what is the definition of a Holocaust?
Joseph Stalin, but that's a race thing.
Well, Space Stalin?
That's a genocidal thing. Yeah.
Space Mussolini?
Space
Mussolini?
Stalin, Space Mussolini. I feel like Mussolini, he doesn't really have numbers.
Stalin has numbers.
Stalin has numbers.
He has actually more numbers.
I believe you're right.
Who else was it? Nuts.
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong has
He has
Tens.
big numbers.
10 times those numbers.
Space Genghis Khan?
Space
Oh, that man has numbers.
Yeah, he does. All kinds of numbers.
Space mosquito?
Space mosquito.
Mosquitoes have a lot of numbers.
Yeah, but mosquitoes are a, I guess.
Bug? They have billions. In the history of mankind, around, and they believe 100 billion people lived, and here we are.
Space bug?
Yeah,
This is good stuff. I'm glad we're recording it.
yeah. No, this is gold.
Don't take your clothes off just yet. We are searching for the Holy Grail.
Stay tuned for Burnaflick.
And welcome back to Burnaflick. I am Zach, here with Eugene, and here with Jonah.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. And today we're going to be talking about the Fisher King. Fisher King, I believe 1991.
It's an oldie.
It's an oldie, but I really liked it. Just to start out saying, I liked it. I chose the movie because I was really interested in it, because I was watching a YouTube video, I forgot by who, talking about writing, and they brought up this movie specifically because of one scene, and we'll get to that eventually. And I was interested in it because I was really looking into Robin Williams's his whole catalog.
Yeah.
And
He's had a pretty extensive career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Not many people talk about his range. Not many people talk about it, but they know about it. I think it goes without saying.
I think people think about Robin Williams as like the funny guy with the funny movies, and then they also, in the same breath, they talk about Good Will Hunting. So like that range is there, but that's always the example. It's always Good Will Hunting. That's always the fucking example. There are other Robin Williams movies.
Yeah.
It's not just Good Will Hunting and Jumanji. Like he has other stuff.
Well, we did. We saw that movie, Awakenings, with Robin Williams.
Yep.
That was one of our first ones.
We never did that as a podcast. We did talk about it.
Oh, I'm dumb.
We did
Right.
talk about it.
I never watched that movie.
We talked about it, didn't we?
I think another actor kind of like that is Adam Sandler, in that
Oh yeah.
I think he has a lot of like pretty grounded roles, but a lot of when people go back to like, oh yeah, he was so good in this because he's so like real, like his Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Well,
but he's got a lot of.
I would even say
Punch Drunk
earlier.
Love.
Yeah, Punch
2001.
Drunk Love.
Yeah.
That was actually a very short movie. It's actually like an hour and 5 minutes long or something.
Is
like
it really that short?
It's a pretty short movie.
Oh shit! I guess I haven't seen it in a while.
Or maybe it's longer, but it seemed shorter to me because
I
was
don't
so
think it's a
interested.
long movie. I think I would agree with you that
Maybe-
it's not very long.
Maybe it's not an hour and 5 minutes. I could have sworn it was really short because remember when I finished watching the movie?
Yeah.
I watched it a couple years ago for the first time. I think it was still Living in the Barracks.
Oh really?
And I thought, I was like, whoa, this movie's short. And I haven't heard about it. I just saw it on Netflix and was like, I like this. This is something that's a person like me would really enjoy because
think,
I did.
Yeah, because well, the writer is the screenwriter's what's his name? Fucking uh, he does sad movie. Her.
Oh, Spike Jonze.
Yeah, no, that's the director.
Sorry,
the Charlie Kaufman.
Charlie Kaufman didn't write Her.
He didn't.
I don't
No,
think.
sorry, I'm thinking of something else. What's a movie that
Because Spike Jonze wrote.
Spike Jonze directed and Charlie Kaufman wrote?
Oh,
There's a movie.
Being John Malkovich.
Possibly. Oh man, yeah. But that like even Charlie Kaufman and Spike Jonze, they kind of have I think they have a there's a similarity there, and like they like to explore male loneliness. Yeah. No, Charlie Kaufman didn't he have a hand in Punch Drunk Love?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I never actually looked into that much.
I could be completely wrong. Who directed Punch Drunk? Was it Paul Thomas Anderson? I think
it is Paul Thomas Anderson, actually.
Yeah. Maybe.
No, you're right. It is Paul Thomas Anderson. I'm actually put my money on that.
I don't know if I don't know who wrote it though. Either way, yeah, no, great movie. And I had a point. I forgot.
We'll figure it out.
No, it's gone.
No, Paul Thomas
It's
Anderson
not
wrote
coming
it.
back.
But no, Robin. I think Robin had a lot of good grounded roles. One of the roles that I liked him in was What Dreams Become.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
It's really depressing.
Okay.
But it's like about like basically, him and his kids basically die in a car crash. And then his wife has to live with that, and then she commits suicide, and then they're all like traversing the afterlife together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's like super depressing. Super good though.
Huh. Does it have like a ray of hope at the end? Or is it like okay.
Yeah, okay.
I recently, because like I was on a Robin Williams bender, if you will.
Yeah.
And you know, that's not when I saw that one. I saw that one probably, I don't remember when I was on the boat. However, I saw this other one called 1 Hour Photo, and that one was interesting too, because it's not, I wouldn't say it's grounded, but it is definitely not some wacky over the top thing.
Yeah.
It's Robin Williams is this guy. He works at a photo, printing company.
Yeah.
Around the this is also, it's like 2001 or 2002. This movie came out.
Okay. So
Silly.
it's got that like late 90s, early 2000s vibe. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
So like people are still like going to get their photos.
Yeah, but the internet's kind of a thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And he's just kind of crazy, and he sees his family who's constantly bringing in their photos to get what's the word? Developed. Sorry.
Yeah.
And like he finds himself part of this family.
Oh, okay.
And he puts himself into their shoes.
Because he's seeing all their like intimate moments in the photos.
Yeah.
And shit. Okay.
And he's like, and he feels like he's part of that. So he thinks like in his head he's part of the family. People call him Uncle this, Uncle that, or whatever. I forgot his name in the movie though.
This sounds like a pretty upbeat movie.
It was definitely not a mind bender, but it was a.
Is it trippy? Is it kind of like a trip? Trippy movie?
Kind of.
Dreamy?
No, it's definitely it's a suspense thriller.
Oh, there some shit goes down?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, I think it was. I thought it was good. I definitely liked it. Because again, it's another one of the movies that was referred to by this.
He has
this
so
video.
many movies.
I remember my first movie I ever saw him in before I actually like my brain could develop and understand who he was.
Yeah.
Was Popeye from 1980.
Rough.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, he did a movie with Shelley Duvall as Olive Oil from and
Okay.
Popeye.
A live action Popeye?
Yeah, 1980.
That's funny. I should check out some clips on YouTube. That sounds kind of interesting.
It's funny, yeah. But I guess
Yeah, this you said that like his movies can have a grounded but wacky feel. I think this movie is also kind of grounded, also definitely wacky.
I mean, it is considered for some reason
Mhm.
a fantasy and comedy.
Well, I think it has the whole Arthurian like element put in as a joke, but also kind of as a serious like coping mechanism for Robin Williams' character. Because like yeah, but I I was really confused with like why the movie was doing this whole like knights, kings, holy grail. Like why it didn't really. I don't think I wasn't really on board for it, and I didn't understand the direction that the movie was going. I'm like, why? Because like I felt that the movie had so many interesting character dynamics with Jeff Bridges and his girlfriend, and like they get and Robin Williams' character with Lydia is her name Lydia. Yeah, they have a really like I guess weird but definitely cute like dynamic where they're developing their relationship, and I found that really interesting. And but just this whole thing about the whole medieval Arthurian quest knights, I didn't get it. And then I wikied this movie and I discovered who the director was, and I'm like, oh, everything makes sense now. I forget his name. Terry Gilliam.
Terry Gilliam.
Something like that. Anyway, he directed a bunch of he directed those British funny movies. Fuck.
Monty Python.
Yes, he did a bunch of the Monty Pythons, like, and he did Monty Python, the Holy Grail. So I'm like, oh, okay, and then a lot of the wacky stuff that happens, a lot of like the over the topness of some of the characters, it made sense to me, and it's weird. Like for me, like when I put that into context with the movie, it made me have a lot more. I don't want to say forgiving, but like I was more in tune with the vibe of the movie afterwards once I knew that information.
It's weird. This movie got a bunch of Oscar noms for a lot of people.
Yeah,
too.
I think
And one win.
Yeah, one best supporting actress.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So I think I agree with you that it's kind of it went off the rails with that because they talked about the name of he was talking about, have you heard about the Fisher King?
Yeah.
They talk about it.
He said it. He said it.
Said the name. But
Yeah.
I mean, in his head, of course, that's where he was going to. These
Yes.
stories he heard, because this man was obviously schizophrenic or something, or had some, definitely PTSD, and he's dealing with.
Definitely PTSD.
And he goes to the last thing he felt solace in.
Yeah.
Is the story, the story that he was writing as well.
Oh yeah, because he was a professor at Hunter College.
Yeah, and you saw he had a manuscript of a book, right? You saw he goes.
Oh, in his little dungeon.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And from his old life, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he is, because it says his name on there.
Mm-hmm. His real name.
His real
I
name.
think it's like Henry Sagan.
Henry Sagan. Yeah. And so apparently, I mean, I'm assuming it's because this is going. And they didn't hitch this at all part of the storyline.
Yeah.
Because if they had done that, it probably would have answered more of that question for yourself if they had made it a bigger part. I'm sure that's where they fell flat. But if they talked more about this is why he's acting this way,
Yeah.
like at least like put that to rest in your head. Be like, okay,
No.
now I see why.
It makes it. I think on paper it makes sense, but when you're actually watching it on the screen. It just I just had a lot of questions. I wasn't sure about the direction of the movie at times, mostly in the beginning, mostly in like the first third. But as the movie progressed, as like Lydia got introduced, as the relationship between Jeff Bridges and Anne, like. More stuff happened there, and then I figured out like what kind of person Anne is, what kind of person Jeff Bridges is. What's Jeff Bridges' name?
His name was Jack Lucas.
Jack
Jack
Yeah.
Lucas.
Kind kind of a scumbag.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. And that's what he was. And I mean, he went full circle and then did that or something. Ooh. I don't know.
No, that's exactly what he did.
Yeah,
He literally did that.
He did a loop-de-loop and then
he started as an asshole, became a little bit better, and then went back to being an asshole. And then did he?
Yeah, he became better.
He did get better. Yeah,
100%. As a matter of fact, he was an asshole for that long.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was. I think. I don't know. Jeff Bridges. Maybe it's just because I didn't like his character, but I wasn't so crazy about his performance. I felt like most of the heavy lifting was done by Robin Williams and the actress who played Anne. That's where most of the heavy lifting happened. I don't know.
I think anyone could have got casted in Jeff Bridges' role.
No.
Yeah, I would agree. I think another thing that hooked me into wanting to watch it is that scene where Robin Williams talks to what's her name again, Lydia, when she talks about like this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna you're gonna come up with a drink, and then they talk about what would happen because it's a realistic thing too.
Yeah.
And then he chases her. He's this very nice person.
Yeah.
And he goes to her, and then he takes it
chivalrous.
Yeah, chivalrous, exactly.
Yes.
But he goes to her, and he doesn't leave it the way leave there, watching her walk away. No, he goes to her and tells her exactly what it feels. And when I saw the scene, that specific scene, I thought, oh, I was gonna go way different because he talks about how he sees her every day, and you do this every day, but she doesn't know anything about him like that.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see anything after that, and I thought, and without context, you think, oh, this guy's insane. This guy's obviously a bad guy because I didn't know anything about the movie, for one thing. So I thought, oh, this guy must be like some stalker. It's a movie about a guy being a stalker. I mean, really, it's more to that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's definitely stalking involved, but I think they do a good job.
He's a lovable stalker.
Yeah, it's harmless.
He's a nice, cuddly stalker.
Yeah.
He didn't mean nothing by it. He just wants some love.
It was the 90s.
Yeah. This movie is definitely a 90s movie.
Yeah.
We talk about that a lot. It's definitely a 90s flick. I mean,
I like it though. It has charm. And like I like I think I just like slapstick. I like how fucking zany Robin Williams like moves and shit. And
you mean when he gets completely naked?
Well, no, that's funny too. I like that.
That's pretty zany. And veiny, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god. Do I have a button here?
We're at a boo button. Boo.
I actually don't have a boo button. I have this. But I guess I could have used that.
A boo button.
Yeah.
Or a bruh button. I was talking about you see Robin Williams' penis.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you do.
It's kind of hard not to look at.
It's really annoying because like the camera isn't focused on it. It's just kind of there, and like it's a night scene, and there's a lot of shadows. But like, and I'm just like, where is it? I'm just.
I know you want to show me it.
Just
let me
show it
see
to me. Where is it?
You wouldn't be doing this if you didn't want to show me.
Where is he? I know he's here. He's here. Where is it?
I'm the milkman. Milk is delicious.
And like he's like twirling around in the grass, and he's like, "Hey, Jeff Bridges, get naked." And Jeff Bridges is just like, "No." And it's crazy because at the end he's like, "Yeah,
do it."
I mean, honestly, like laying down in Central Park, butt ass naked, that's a vibe.
That would be a vibe.
It would be a vibe.
It could be.
I mean,
Jack
you
Lucas.
just have to avoid like
Yeah.
muggers and rapists, but it's a vibe.
I think if you're a musty, dirty, homeless dude, I think you are one of the safest demographics to take your clothes off at night in Central Park, and you could probably get away with that unscathed.
Unless there's another musty homeless person who wants to kill you.
Dude. Yeah, yeah. It's like they cancel out. Like,
Yeah, I feel as though that's actually more likely to happen.
You might be right.
Not like New York City's filled with Patrick Batemans,
Yeah,
or it could be.
there's only one Patrick Bateman.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Actually, there's two. Wasn't there a TV show?
No, they made a second movie with Mila Kunis.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if it was. I never watched it. I don't know if it was the same exact concept, but she was in a movie called American Psycho 2.
Huh. She was the psycho? Or
I
like
guess. I never saw it.
interesting. Yeah. I wouldn't want to see it.
As you know, there's a movie by that name with that character, with that actress.
Hmm.
I will not watch it though. No, of course not.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Anyway, did you know that Christian Bale took almost did the movie for free just to get it?
American Psycho?
Yeah.
Why?
The director didn't want him. They wanted Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that would
You're not getting Leo. This is after Titanic, isn't it?
Yeah.
No way you're getting Leo. After Titanic?
Well, Leo was going to do it.
He wouldn't have done it justice.
No, he wouldn't have. But that's the thing they didn't know. So he took a massive pay cut
Yeah.
because apparently nobody liked him.
Oh,
Nobody
Christian Bale?
nobody wanted him. No one liked him.
That's so funny.
Even though he had been doing movies way longer than because he was in a movie called something of the Sun. I forgot what it was. This movie in the 80s where he was literally like 13 or 10 or 12 years old.
Are you talking about the one
Empire of the Sun.
The musical?
Empire of the Sun.
Empire, is that a musical?
His first movie Christian Bale was in was a musical. I think he was like a paper boy or like ran a newspaper or something. I don't know, but I remember he was like
No, he was okay. He was in another rendition of what's the movie called? That's the one, that musical that Steven Spielberg just redid.
Oh, West Side Story?
He was in West Side Story.
Really? Was he an extra?
Yeah, I don't think it was an extra. I think it was a part.
Minor character?
Yeah, but then he did another movie called. Before that, he did a movie something called Empire of the Sun, where he apparently did really good, and I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But for that movie, American Psycho, he took like a pretty big, like almost did it for free.
I think
He actually allegedly begged to do it.
Might have been a huge fan of the book, maybe.
I think it's funny that he based a lot of his portrayal of that character off of an interview that Tom Cruise did on like
Yeah,
David Letterman or something.
I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard of this.
Which
yeah.
I mean,
Lifeless
Tom
eyes.
Cruise is literally a psycho. So I mean,
You're lucky we only have 30
Yeah.
subscribers or 50. We're getting there.
The Scientologists will cancel us.
Yeah. Well, you can get
30.
canceled before you take off, though. It's fine.
yeah, they're already at
That's
our
true,
door.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're waiting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only sent 2 people with your houses right now. I have time. We're good. They're actually gonna cut your like.
Oh my God! Imagine like Tom Cruise coming to your house, just like.
First I think you'd be starstruck, like, holy shit, it's Tom Cruise, and then he like takes out like a baseball bat, and you're like, oh fuck, it's Tom Cruise.
Anyway,
Yes.
I mean, Annie.
Yeah, Anne.
At first, I couldn't tell if she was with him in the beginning because he had a girlfriend beforehand, and then his
Yeah.
life turned upside down because
Yes.
of what happened. And then you see, 3 years later, I believe, 3 years later,
Mhm.
and he's working in this video store, which I thought was just a porn store,
Yeah.
but they were just in the porn section
Yeah.
or whatever. And he's with this other woman, and at first it's like a boss, and then you find out they're in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and it really builds. It doesn't really start the fact initially that they're together like that. I
Yeah.
thought it was more like he's just banging his boss out or something,
Mhm.
for lack of a better phrase.
And then we see them together in like the apartment, and then
Mhm.
yeah, I think Anne's character is she's a pretty good girlfriend as girlfriends go. She seems to be super supportive, and she like obviously she wants more out of the relationship. And Jack is he's like trying to figure his shit out. He's like depressed. And he's not he feels guilty over like what he said over the radio that caused this psycho to go on a fucking killing spree. So like he has that over his head, and he can't get over it. And on top of the fact that like his career, he stepped away from his. Did he step away from his career or like what?
He stepped away from his career because he was trying to deal with how he felt about what happened. Because he doesn't want to admit that he blames himself.
Yeah.
But
he definitely does.
But he definitely does, but doesn't want to say it.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to fucking communicate his trauma, I guess. So I think he drinks a lot, and he doesn't really open up to his girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and his girlfriend's super like patient.
Yeah, she's not pushy.
Yeah, exactly. But
So he knows a fantasy.
yeah, no, I no, but it's not though, because she gets pissed off about him. She gets pissed off about the whole situation eventually, and she basically says like, I'm not pushy, but like you got to do something too. Like a relationship is a two-way street, and I feel like you're not like there was that one scene where she prepared dinner and like he was out traipsing around with a random homeless guy, which Robin Williams. But no, that it's interesting that they
Who's
include
Lydia?
that scene because like it makes the audience feel bad for her. And like we should feel bad for her because it seems like she really tries in the relationship. So
definitely, and it's more so you see that at the end. Definitely at the end.
I was worried that like it would be one of those movies where the relationship just blows up because Jeff Bridges doesn't know how to communicate. Like, hey, I'm actually trying to like help this homeless guy out because his wife got killed by the guy that I said random words to, and I feel responsible. And I
think he was also just trying to come to terms with the concept himself.
Yeah, no, that too. And I was worried that he wouldn't be able to say that. I was worried that like it would just be one of those like things where these characters just suck at communicating because the writers don't know how to fucking write a script where people actually communicate with one another. And then he does communicate.
You know what would have been really crazy? If he would have found out that there was other victims.
It's like, oh, there's well, they said 7 people died, so you can start with one of the 7.
That is true. Yeah.
And you somehow you don't even look for this guy. He saves you from being burned alive, by the way.
By teenagers.
So he saved your life, but you're not responsible for, but partly kind of not really, but kind of responsible for his wife being killed. Now, of course, not his fault, sure.
Yeah,
but
it's you can very easily see how he makes that connection. You can very easily see why he feels guilt. Yes.
Yeah, if he wasn't a scumbag radio jockey in the first place.
Yes.
Yeah, he probably would have shot up a school instead of a bar.
Hey, it wasn't me.
Hey,
I didn't make him do that.
Oh God.
Well, now if someone listens to this and kills Robin Williams' wife, he's already dead, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Was that bad? No, that was good. I don't care. That was good.
No, everything we say is great. Yeah.
And it's probably why, even if we ever were monetized, probably would never be monetized. Because of the amount of cursing I do. I should really stop it.
No, I think we're okay. Like we're not actually crazy, I think.
No.
I don't know.
No. What else to say? I mean,
yeah.
I guess really my biggest takeaway is...
Is this your first time watching this movie?
Yeah, never seen it before. Have you seen it?
No.
I told you, like, I chose this one because I was really looking into these Robin Williams stuff, and I saw that one scene. I was like, ooh, I like that one, and we watched it. I didn't really expect it to go in that, like, the wacky, 90s music,
I think a lot of Robin Williams movies, like, he likes to do that with his characters. So I think on some level I kind of expected it. But I in the end the movie won me over because like Robin Williams is very charming. And the relationship building I thought it really worked.
He knows how to. He really knew how to act. Like he
Yes.
really knew how to give everything he had, no matter how small or how big it was.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy how like someone like Robin Williams, who puts on the performance of like this crazy homeless guy that thinks he's an Arthurian knight on a quest to get the Holy Grail, and has these crazy costumes. He jumps around, prances around, and it's the kind of character you're not supposed to take seriously. Like you know, like this is funny, this is entertaining. He's a clown, but then he's somehow able to bring it together and have that face-to-face, person-to-person, heart-to-heart conversation with Lydia on those steps, and do it in a way that's not jarring.
Mm-hmm.
Do it in a way that fits this wacky character. Do it in a way that fits Robin Williams' zaniness.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like he's a different character now. It doesn't feel like he turned into a different person. He is still that crazy homeless guy, but it's now there's almost a facet of him that is channeling I guess emotional intelligence. And that's Robin Williams has always been really good with that. And I think it makes a lot of sense that you saw that clip and you want to see the movie, because I think that scene is a very good scene. And also like props to Lydia too. I don't know the actress's name, but like she was also
Amanda
good.
Plummer,
Amanda Plummer. Yeah.
I believe.
I don't know what else she's.
Plumber, I hardly know.
She. All right. If any of you fuckers move, and I'll execute every last one of you.
Huh?
No?
Huh?
Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, is that her?
Yeah.
Remember
in
the
the
easy,
diner?
Honey Bunny?
In
easy,
the
honey
diner?
bunny. Easy, honey bunny.
Yeah. That's her. And I'll execute every last fucking one of you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Even though she's Canadian, apparently, not English.
All right.
You know, that's acting. That's acting for you. Hey, did you think
Yeah.
the Red Rider, right?
Yes.
Do you think that was supposed to be grief?
Well, I don't know.
Do you think it was meant to, like, what he was seeing,
Yeah.
he was chasing after, but also didn't want to deal with at the same point because he was too weak? Do you think that thing was supposed to be grief, but it just wasn't really executed properly?
I'm not. The Red Rider's definitely like.
I mean, something in his head
It's,
has
it's
to do
definitely
with
it's definitely attached to his trauma. I don't know if I would label it grief with like a capital G. I don't know if
Right.
I mean maybe.
Or how about
maybe.
Charlie Brown? Good grief.
I thought it was an Elden Ring boss.
Oh, speaking of Elden Ring, now that we brought that up, that's funny though.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's
Red the Rider. Or was it? What would you
I'm actually playing Elden Ring right now.
Yeah.
You doing the DLC?
I have the DLC, but I actually started all over. So
Because apparently it's like one of the hardest freaking DLCs ever made.
it's Elden Ring. It's hard. What else is new?
Yeah. Well, when he first showed up, I'm like, so I don't play. I've never played Elden Ring. The only Souls-like game I've ever played is like Jedi Survivor, and that's like super tame compared to whatever. I just don't want to I don't want to cry. I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with that emotional pain.
No,
Souls games.
Yeah, you probably just like jump off a building because it's like the joke. The joke is you win the game, but you don't really win. You just do a little better each time.
Yeah. So yeah, when he showed up on screen, I'm thinking, oh, dude, he's about to get like the biggest health bar.
Have you seen that video, the Cheese Man? The Cheese Man.
The Cheese Man?
So there's this dude who's like, he tries to go through a gate and he can't open the gate, and then he looks back and sees Cheese Man, King of Cheeses, and he's holding like these big like breads or something like that.
Okay.
And he sees big health bar. He goes like, "Oh Jesus!" I showed you that picture of it was a funny picture of Tiger Woods holding the he's like down in a hole. And he's holding his golf club like he looks like a monster.
Oh, really?
And it's a little a health bar big, and then a tiny little knight below him, just like.
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I think
Is on. Did you send it to me on Instagram? I'll look at it later.
No, I can't remember when I sent it to you, but I know I've sent it to you.
Okay.
It's probably on my. It's a picture. I'll send it to you
Okay.
later.
Is there a caption or is it just?
No, it's just
Oh, okay, because
just
he's the
that.
final boss of golf. Is that why? Or
no. I mean, what you see, you understand. I just can't explain it good enough.
okay.
Fuck, I'm terrible. No, apparently this is
Yeah.
IGN posted this. IGN did, so I mean, it could be
Yeah.
real. It could be real. George R. R. Martin is teasing making an Elden Ring TV show. Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Or something based off one of the Souls games. Probably Bloodborne or something.
Well,
Maybe it'll be hard to watch. Just like the game is hard to play.
Can't restart.
well, I think Elden Ring has a pretty really interesting story.
If
but
you pause the show,
But, like,
you have to restart all over.
I think part of the reason why the story in Elden Ring or the lore in Elden Ring is so interesting is because it doesn't force feed it to you. Like you kind of discover it and and it's weird. But like a TV show is literally a show presenting a story to you. So like it's kind of like force feeding you the story. I don't know how, because like Elden Ring, you could play the whole game and not know what the fuck's going on. Like you could totally do that.
Because they force feed it because they only have so much money and so much time to do it. Everyone, I mean,
HBO or what?
I don't know if it's George R. R. Martin, probably HBO.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Amazon, because Amazon does all the video game things now.
Amazon.
Fallout was good.
Yeah, no, Fallout was good. I'm just seriously disappointed with Lord of the Rings. So, yeah, Rings of Power.
Oh, okay, about to say.
Yeah, Rings of Power is not. And then season 2 is coming. I'm gonna watch it, right? Because like I have Lord of the Rings in my blood.
No, you don't have to watch it.
I'm not gonna like it. I actually will watch it. I've already decided I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna. I know I'm not gonna like it. Yeah, I didn't like season 1, so there's no reason for me to like season.
Well, everyone hated it. Have you seen The Acolyte?
No.
I would like to see the Acolyte.
I mean, everyone says it's bad.
I
but,
think it gets more hate than it deserves because I think everyone is so well. Star Wars fans in
Star
general.
Wars fans are kind of juvenile. Yeah.
I think it's High Republic era, so I mean it's going to be different, especially like it's not the period that everyone kind of knows from like whatever. It's like the period in between like the real High Republic and the Phantom Menace. So it's like it's real wish-washy what's actually going on.
I don't want to like sugarcoat it. I like Star Wars TV shows. Like we've had some stinkers. I don't think the Boba Fett show was I don't know, man. Obi-Wan, I don't know.
It was lukewarm.
Yeah,
Luke Skywalker warm.
not much. I don't want to say that they're bad. They're just like not. I don't give a shit about them. The later seasons of Mandalorian too. Like I feel like it didn't hit as hard as season 1.
Yeah, you don't think of any of these shows and be like, yeah, that's gonna be something you're gonna be talking about forever.
Yeah.
It's not like maybe like in Breaking Bad. It's not like that.
No,
You're not thinking like, wow, this show is going to withstand the test of time. I'm going to watch this at least 2 more times in my lifetime before I die.
No.
So another thing too, I think what people get lost in is when George Lucas originally came out with Star Wars, he made it for kids. Like, so every movie is geared towards, some kid watching it. Like the sequels now, we obviously look at them as like, oh yeah, this is just shit. But when the prequels came out, everyone's like, oh yeah, this is shit. But like,
People did say that.
most of us are like, dude, I'll watch the Phantom Menace like 5. I'm not that I would.
I like
the Phantom Menace.
I love the Phantom Menace when I was 9 years old, and I watched it again like when I was like 14, 15, and even then I still liked it. I haven't seen it since, but when Attack of the Clones first came out, even as a kid, I'm like, this is a long movie.
It was long.
And there's a lot of political shit happening, not a lot of lightsaber swinging.
Yep.
I don't think Attack of the Clones is good. I really don't. I think it's one of the worst Star Wars movies.
The sand is coarse.
Oh my god! No, the whole
the wooden man acting.
I hate them.
Was it gets everywhere. It was like man's about to say gets in my underpants, and that's totally some Star Wars-esque stuff, I guess.
I do remember Revenge of the Sith being as a movie it just had more energy and it felt more emotional. It just I guess like more emotional things happened in Revenge of the Sith. But yeah, of the prequels, I'd say 1 and 3 I like. 2 I have never liked 2 ever.
I've revisited 2,
Yeah.
and I think I like it more as a kid. Like you said,
Yeah.
it's so long, and there's so much like bullshit that's not like blasters or
Yeah.
freaking lightsaber swinging.
Is
That's
it
just
easier
like
to appreciate as like an older person? Like
No, episode 1, 2, and 3.
I'm sorry I asked.
The entire prequel trilogy for me
Yeah.
will always be a guilty pleasure.
yeah.
I enjoy watching them. I don't care how bad they are. I like them.
So a lot of the critics bashed the pod racing, but I think they're wrong.
Now this is pod racing.
I think they're right.
The pod racing scenes go so hard, and like you can
Unironically.
fucking feel the velocity.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if it makes no sense. It's just good. It's just good.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense? There's a reason why they're doing that. It's so that it can get Anakin free.
I mean,
That's it. That's all it was.
there
To win his freedom.
there are other ways to
Or like killing Watto.
you can
Just kill Watto. Yeah.
That was quick.
You killed me. I did Johnny Badoo. Speaking, what is he speaking? Huddies.
tease. Well, I was gonna say just buy him. He's a slave, isn't he? Like just buy him.
Yeah, Jedi's a rolling credit.
Yeah, but also Watto would have been like,
Yeah.
well, these are Jedis trying to buy somebody. He must be worth a lot because why would a Jedi buy a slave?
I mean,
to work as a slave.
Essentially.
We
I
have
don't know.
cargo just like every other ship.
Go in another world. It's like the Qui-Gon, they actually buy him instead of like train him. They're like,
yeah.
clean the shitters. The Star Wars, as that movie ends. Episode number 2, clean the shitters.
Do you think? So a lot of people got upset when Qui-Gon talked about midichlorians. As a kid, like I was just like, "Yep, okay, it makes sense now." I hear you loud and clear.
His power level is over 9,000.
Oh yeah, we're gonna give a reason for the Force.
Yeah,
Instead of just be like,
when that
believe
first
it.
a lot of Star Wars, like older Star Wars people, like people that were like who watched fucking episode 4, 5, 6 when they were teenagers, like those people, they got real butthurt.
Well, I think
Over
that's the whole thing is everyone gets so wrapped up into this is what Star Wars is, and with the
my Star
with Acolyte, there was a character that was in the prequels.
Don't
Ki-
spawn anything.
I'm not gonna talk about him, but
Guy,
he is a person or thing
yeah,
that is in the show, and everyone's losing their fucking mind about it because, he technically should be.
are you caught up?
No, I've never seen it. I just
Okay. Are you caught up?
I'm not watching it.
I would like to watch it, but I don't have Disney Plus right
I'm
now.
probably not gonna like it. I hear like it's actually
I'll
not good.
I'll let you borrow my Disney Plus. It's fun. If you want to watch it. I just gotta ask Hannah for the info. I don't handle my own passwords anymore. I got somebody for that.
I get a guy for that.
I got a guy for that.
But anywho,
Town
so
handles
there's some
Hmm.
dude, but they're all up in arms about how old he is,
Oh,
and if he's
does,
even
does the timeline not match up properly? or-
apparently in some
No.
handbook or some whatever sticker book, they say, oh yeah, he is this years old.
Is this dude tiny? Bless you. And over 800 years old?
No.
Okay.
If I know, so he has not made an appearance, and I know he is
Oh,
alive.
Yoda?
Yoda did not make an appearance, but
Oh,
I know
okay.
he is alive during this time. So
Hmm.
honestly, not using him is kind of lame. But I
Maybe.
mean, also,
I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing: the difference between now
Yeah.
and like episode 1 with midichlorians,
Okay.
it was never mentioned again.
The midichlorians?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was never mentioned ever again.
This is true.
So it's because they listened to the audience and realized, oh yeah, that was fucking stupid.
Oh, it wasn't mentioned until the retake of Metachlor.
What?
Metachlorians. The
No, it's the-
Metachlorian
Huh?
and Baby Yoda.
Why do they call them meta? It's the midichlorians though.
Midi.
Oh, meta.
Wait, what are we talking
Oh, he was
about?
making a joke.
I was stretching. I was stretching for that
I
one.
was like, wait a second. No, once I figured out you're making a joke, it became funny. Okay.
No, I miss jokes all the time.
Wait, what sound?
What?
Random sound. I don't care. Oh, that worked. That worked actually.
Very good.
Is it hot in here?
It is actually kind of warm down here. I'm sorry about that.
I feel all right.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Oh yeah. Whatever.
Cool. So, back to the Fisher King.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
We watched that.
We watched it. All in all,
Yeah.
I like the movie.
Yeah.
Just like you said, yeah. We say every once in a while we talk about or at least we don't maybe not talk about in the podcast, but we'll see a movie and we're like, the movie is just garbage and there was no redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
The movie wasn't amazing, but it had a bunch of redeeming qualities to it.
I think the more we get together and the more we talk about movies and the more I hear like your guys' perspective, like I begin to realize that every movie has something good about it. Like at least one thing good about it. Even like, I mean, fucking Velocipaster, like,
Great flick.
Super good.
Perfect.
I don't. There's not a bad thing about that movie.
That's he's laughing, but he's right because we talked about this, and you're the person who said this.
I actually liked it the least, I think, out of all of us.
But you liked it. There's something.
But I'm not mad that I saw it. I'm glad I saw it.
No,
Yeah.
You said this one thing that put a lot of things in perspective for me. Is that as long as something doesn't take itself too seriously or too serious,
Yeah.
then it can never be bad.
That's true. Yeah.
Because it doesn't set a precedent, right? It doesn't give you any preconceived notions. You go in knowing that it could be a bad movie, and you leave knowing it was a bad movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Therefore, it's exactly what it has, offered itself as.
Yeah.
A good
the goals
movie.
that were
A good movie.
stated were achieved. I just say good movie.
Yeah, it goes in you knowing it being a bad movie. You come out knowing that it's a bad movie. In turn, it's a good movie.
Or it could do the
what?
opposite.
I'm not entirely sure about the math and the ins and outs.
No, it's there.
Let's just
Let's crunch numbers later.
We got a guy for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a
Okay,
guy.
I don't do the calculations here. All right. I'm just here. I just say things. But
What else? What else is there to talk about?
I don't know because there's like the plot happens and
Yep, what happened?
There's the whole Mission Impossible sequence of him climbing up.
That was crazy. Could he just knock on the door? I guess if he knocked on the door, it wouldn't have worked out anyway.
And then the guy had a heart attack or something, or he was trying to kill himself. What
It was an accidental suicide.
Accidental overdose. Okay.
Well, they called it accidental suicide, which I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Accident.
Is a suicide ever accidental?
Wait, is that what the movie said?
Yeah. So in somebody in the
accident.
Okay,
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
said a woman said accidental suicide. Blah 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 blah. Thwarted by night prowler.
Night assailant.
Yeah, or something like that.
Night man.
I'm like, wait,
the night
is suicide ever accidental?
I don't think. Yeah, I think that's wrong because
Well, that's what they said.
Yeah.
I know that's what they said because that's why I was thinking like, wait a second.
I am of the opinion that sometimes movies can just make mistakes. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Because I agree with you. Suicide, it's in the name. Intentional. Like it's, yeah.
Is that when suicide was supposed to be funny?
I don't know.
Just like how mental health problems are charming.
Yes, they're
Yeah. I don't know, cause like this movie, I think it tries to I think it tries to have a more serious approach to trauma, but I don't know. It's just the whole '90s of it all. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to see this movie. I guess with
we give our props to everybody in the movie except for Jeff Bridges, but it's okay because Jeff Bridges has done really well on a lot of other things. So it's okay.
I don't want to take too much away from Jeff Bridges because it's not like he was bad. He was just kind of forgettable.
For being the main character, he was in the background. He felt like he was in the background.
And like, was the movie trying to make him kind of like a lovable asshole? Because he just kind of struck me as an asshole.
No, I think he was trying to be. He was always supposed to be the asshole who was just trying. Like that was the point of the whole story. He was the asshole.
Yeah. All right.
And he was supposed to be until he had his come around.
Yeah.
Right, and have the 180. Right, and which he did. He realized, what he needed to do because he found like he cared about somebody.
I can't believe Anne took him back when he dumped her that second time, or is it first time? The first time. I don't know. I was like,
it's because she really loved him.
Yeah, well, the movie kind of needs her to do that. I understand that, given the whole '90s of it all. Like the movie needs that to happen.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know.
Hey, also. It's a movie.
It is a movie, yeah. Well, I saw a movie recently where that didn't happen. Where did you ever get around to watching American Fiction?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like at the end of American Fiction, like the girl that the main character's seeing, like they had a falling out. And but then at the end, like she still won't talk to him. So
great.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's what you should do because he was a dick.
Well, it felt real too.
Yes, yeah.
I rewatched The Holdovers the other day.
Great movie.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
think this year was great.
Mm-hmm.
This year had really good movies for the Oscars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're all good. I think.
I was a little like taking him like.
Mm-hmm.
I really think he deserved.
Paul Giamatti?
Yeah, I really think he deserved the best actor over.
Who got it?
Cillian Murphy.
I
truly believe he deserved more than him. While I liked Oppenheimer,
I
don't think it was that crazy.
I agree. But I think like the Oscars, its popularity goes into it too. And Oppenheimer, along with Barbie, like it was the huge summer fucking hit.
Over $2.5 billion in
a lot of
in
success.
6 months. So
I think that was a factor. I don't want to take away from Cillian Murphy. Is that how you say it? Cillian?
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy. I don't want to take anything away from him because like he's
No, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. He 100% still deserved it.
He deserved it, but also Paul Giamatti, he may have deserved it too. I don't know. I agree with you. Yeah. I don't think he was definitely nominated though, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, good.
And also
has he ever won one? Paul Giamatti?
I think he's won a supporting actor.
Supporting? Okay.
I think he might have also. Or maybe he's only been nominated.
I love Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
He's great.
Sideways was a great movie. I'm really glad you brought that in.
Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar. I love Big Fat Liar.
I think that's like the first movie I saw.
Same.
That's
Seeing on the Disney Channel.
It's on Netflix.
Like every couple months.
It's on Netflix right now.
Oh, really?
It's on Netflix. Right
is Frankie Munoz
Muniz?
I said Munoz.
Sorry, Muniz.
Muniz.
Frankie Munoz.
Sorry.
Frankie Munoz.
The guy the LPO in our shop, his name is Munoz.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, not anymore. He got fired. Not his fault though. But Frankie. I can't not say Munoz. Frankie
Muniz.
Is he okay right now?
He's a race car driver.
He's a race. He literally races for
really?
NASCAR.
He's been doing it for a while, or
Yeah, he's professional race car driver.
Yeah, he's also in a band.
He's doing.
I think I knew that.
He's
I think I knew
thriving.
that. I didn't know about the NASCAR. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I think he was doing. He wanted to do Formula One.
Yeah.
I think he was doing that for a bit,
Hmm.
or stock car racing.
Formula One is harder, right?
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah, but it's not as long.
Okay, because NASCAR is like a marathon, kind of.
I mean, they do hundreds of laps.
Yeah, no, okay, that's like a marathon.
Formula One can do long time, I'm pretty sure, but not that long. Not like.
Formula One is where they go to different cities, right?
Yeah, like you have Le Mans, right? It's like it was like a 24-hour race.
Oh, okay.
It's like uber rich people driving uber rich cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
For uber rich people to watch.
That's where like Ferrari and
Aston Martin
and the
Mercedes.
Aston
I don't know.
or the McLaren, like that's where
I'm
they
just
all get their
naming car
names.
companies. I don't know.
Anyway,
Yes.
there's a.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I thought when you said you were getting nachos, and you said you got chips.
I misspoke. I should have said.
I thought you were like
chips.
I was like, okay, is he like going to Taco Bell right now to get the Nacho Bel Grande or whatever?
No.
And he's eating in the car because he's that hungry.
No.
I would have been like, bro, just bring your food here and eat. We can chill and wait.
Oh no. I just bought. I have pico de gallo at home, and I'm not gonna just eat it with a spoon. So. This is a sign that we should end this podcast
Why? Because you're hungry?
because
We're talking about pico de gallo and
talking about-
nachos.
We're talking about pico de gallo and nachos now.
What a great movie. Solid flick.
I still recommend people watch it because they'll find something about it that was charming, like you did.
Yeah.
And like I did. That scene, just just all of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And if you want to hate Jeff Bridges, go ahead.
Oh, actually, hold on. I do want to say something about the cinematography. It's gross. Like, the cinematography is disgusting in this movie, and I did not enjoy it. Especially in the beginning. Later on in the movie, where like the characters develop more, and like you don't notice the cinematography as much. Like later on in the movie, it didn't bother me as much. But in the beginning, I fucking hated what the camera was doing. Pretty much 85% of the time.
Yeah, he brings this up, and I'm so glad he bring it up because the first thing I was thinking of was Im's gonna hate these Dutch angles. There's nothing but Dutch angles in the entire movie.
The entire sequence in his dungeon is just Dutch angles.
Yeah, they're like,
Yes.
boom, 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 boom. Give me a Dutch. Sir, we can't do this many Dutches. I said, give me one.
I have a fever. I need more Dutch angles.
And I'm so glad because that's another thing. A bunch of talking points. I gotta start writing them down again. I usually write down or type down my talking points.
I should do that.
And but I every once in a while, like the last thing I did for was Ron. There were a bunch of talking points with that one that I looked over,
Yes.
but it was like you guys already brought them up. But that thing, and I'm glad you brought it up before because that's what I was thinking. I bet if we had stopped this thing, turned it off, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of fucking Dutch angles. Like one or two is okay, and Dutch angle, not even Dutch. It's German.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
invented in Germany.
I think there's a time and place for it. Like it's not bad. Just like lens flare. Like lens flare in itself is not bad. Like it could look cool. It's just you don't want to see it like 5 times in like 5 seconds. It's
Take
just-
notes, JJ
Yeah,
Abrams.
but are you talking shit about our boy, JJ?
Is JJ is JJ our boy? Why is he our boy?
I don't know. I was just saying. I really love the first 2 Star Trek movies, even though you guys
Listen,
don't like them.
JJ Abrams directed Star Wars 9.
Yeah, but he also directed Star Wars 8
No, he didn't.
or 7. Sorry, correction.
I did like 7. Yeah.
And he left for 8 and had to come back and figure something out. Not his fault. I don't blame J.J. Abrams one bit.
Yeah, but he still did it.
You can't blame him for being like, "What the fuck did you leave me with?" Somebody left him literally a diaper with a bunch of dog shit in it.
I don't think 8 was bad. I think 8 is probably more interesting than 7. I don't think it's as good as 7, but I think it's more interesting. I think 8, there's some sequences that make no fucking sense. Like the horse sequence in the casino planet, like that fucking shit was dumb.
was silly, yeah.
Right? And like the whole scene where Rose is trying to save Finn from the laser, like, and Finn flying into the laser is stupid too. Like that's stupid. But like, I think 8 was really cool. I think 8 had amazing cinematography. I think some of the best cinematography in the entire series 8 had. The sequence where Rey like faces Dark Rey, like that whole sequence was insane. Clone Luke on the fucking red sandy battlefield, or like the salt
Force
battlefield.
projection, Luke.
Like that whole scene's amazing. Rewatch it again in YouTube. It looks amazing. It looks fucking amazing.
All right.
And you know what? It looked amazing on the big screen too. It's just it's
saw
a really big shame because like episode 8 has all these amazing shit going on, and then they also have this really dumb shit going on in there. And like it's true, we should call out the dumb shit because it's fucking dumb, right? We should call it out. But I don't want to make it sound like 8's a bad movie because it's not. I think it's a good movie with stupid shit in it.
Sounds like a lot of Star Wars movies. Or you're saying 9 was just all out
No,
bad.
9's just bad. Nine's just bad. Like, is there something about 9? Well, okay.
No,
let me think.
I left. I remember where I
Let
was
me think.
when I saw episode 9.
Yeah.
I was in the front of the theater because that's the only ticket I can get.
Okay.
The last seat on the front. First off, already hating it. I hate being all the way to the front unless I have to be, which I'll do it, which I did. And then I watch it, and then I leave. I leave the movie theater being like, "What the fuck did I just watch? Like what? Why would I sit here for 2.5 hours?"
You did though.
But I did.
You did that.
I did that. And then I'm sure there's the other 20 million people who watched it.
Yeah.
And I'd say about 20 million people. Makes sense.
Yeah. Probably more.
Probably more.
Yeah.
But conservatively, 20 million people were also, okay, I'd say 20 million because at least 20 million of the whatever was hated it, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
And I bet they're thinking,
A
wow,
lot of people.
did Disney just finesse us out of $25 a person max?
They got you.
They got everybody.
They got everyone. Yeah, it's true.
I feel as though it's like they were taking a little play out of the HBO playbook. It was like, hey, it's the last installment. People are going to watch it regardless of how much work you put into it.
I think Ryan Johnson, he should have just done the third one. I think because I read, if you go on YouTube, there's like the episode 9, like the Ryan Johnson version, and like there's like a leaked script, and like a bunch of YouTubers, they have videos about it. Like just watch any one of them. I think the story would have been less stupid. First of all, because episode 9 the story is stupid. Like Rey is Palpatine's daughter. Like that's dumb. Somehow Palpatine. That's a meme now. Somehow blank returned. Yeah. That's a meme.
Kylo also was supposed to get like
granddaughter though, not daughter.
Yes, sorry.
Kylo was supposed to get like stupid dark. Like he was supposed to like just be total Sith Lord because like he was supposed to have like an almost opposite arc as Darth Vader, in that like Darth Vader was like super bad at the beginning of that trilogy, and then towards the end he's like, oh, you know what, I'm about to die, maybe I should be good these last few seconds. It was supposed to be kind of like how in Force Awakens where like Kylo's like, I don't know if I can do this, and then he's like, fuck it, dude, just throw my dad off this bridge.
Send it.
And then like
the epitome of send it.
And then like throughout the trilogy he was supposed to get just like
worse and worse,
bad, and like
huh.
But that didn't happen.
And then Rey and Finn don't happen. I mean, it should never happen anyway.
I don't think that should have happened. Period.
But that should not have happened. Period. But if anything was going to happen, like no one was going to expect her. And
so weird to me that like
no, it was shoved down. It was forced.
Yeah,
it was forced on you.
It was force.
It was
the force.
Or the Acolyte likes to call it.
What do they call it in the Acolyte?
You don't know?
What do they don't call it the force? What do they call it?
It's not a spoiler, believe me. You'll see freaking reviews about it before you even watch the show.
Yeah, I don't consider this a spoiler. What do they call
it?
The thread.
The thread.
The thread.
Apparently, the show's about communist space lesbians.
The High Republic takes place after the Old Republic, and in the Old Republic, they still called it the Force.
So it's this one.
I think I know the group you're talking about. And
the Night Sisters? Are we talking Night Sisters?
No.
But I think they're similar.
Communist space witches.
So I mean, think of
Space
like
lesbians.
think about like the universe in general. Like everyone has like different names for different things. So maybe it's like that's just what I mean. It's dumb. Don't get me wrong.
Does it take place in like the known star system of like regular Star Wars, or does it?
Yes, everything's in the Star Wars
Make any
universe or
fucking sense to
galaxy.
me.
That's the whole point of Star Wars.
I think this show's gonna make me mad.
It's
I think
I'm gonna go into it with an open mind,
Yeah.
and
if I watch it, I will.
so
But-
apparently,
Yeah.
okay. So apparently, what reviewers what I watch in videos or read, because
Yeah.
I go on IGN for a lot of stuff
Yeah.
because they actually have real like reviewers in talking about things and how they feel.
Yeah.
And everyone's like the first 2 episodes are dumb, third one's just fucking terrible.
Okay.
And then-
whoa, how many episodes are we at?
I think it's at 5 right now. Apparently 5 is actually pretty good.
Did it pick up? Okay, it picked up. Okay.
Apparently 5 is like, okay, it's not terrible this episode.
Yeah.
It's like the best of the, it's like the least shit smelling piece of shit.
Oh, all
I
right.
have.
Okay.
So that's pretty good. That means they're willing to say that it wasn't as bad, which means
Yeah.
that it picked up.
Mm.
but I also like to think that people aren't super familiar with the High Republic, and they were expecting Baby Yoda to show up.
Well, why not?
Could that be dumb?
Well, yeah,
Grogu?
it worked. No,
Grogu's not even alive.
They like.
no, a literal. I think
think-
you're talking about literal baby yoga.
Oh.
I think like they like fan service to an extent, but when it doesn't like suit everyone's needs, then it's like hands get thrown up.
The whole purpose of Disney acquiring Lucasfilms
Yeah.
was for the member berries, and for the money. Well, to use the member berries to get more money. Nostalgia. That's why they bought it. Of course they did. Not because they actually care.
I think you're unfortunately right. It makes me sad. Makes me really sad. This
They
is the world we
sell-
live in, by the way.
Oh, selling nostalgia instead of making new things.
Mm.
Like I want to talk about something new. We never,
There- well,
we
there-
never had our own generation where it created some crazy, amazing thing, right, to last 20 years down the line for us.
I think Dune came out. Dune Part 2 came out, dude.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but it was again already a pre-existing thing.
Yeah, it was a book before.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Maybe like
Harry Potter, maybe.
Harry Potter's our generation.
Harry Potter would probably be us.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. Okay, but they're not holding through that. They're not gonna. They can't just keep extending it.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Game of Thrones, Harry Potter. I think you could probably, if Avatar ever takes off like it did with the first one,
Yeah.
maybe
I think-
Avatar, but probably not.
I don't know. I think people are just riding the wave of the Avatar because of how, because they don't want to go back on what they said 2008.
What they say in 2008?
How it was amazing.
It was good.
Wait, what?
In 2000
Avatar the movie? What are we talking about? Oh, we're talking. Oh, sorry, we're talking about
Blue people.
Blue people.
Not
Sorry,
the-
I thought you were talking about Nickelodeon. All right.
No.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
They are different.
Correct. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about that.
Specifically, the movie was
Blue people. Blue people. I think it's
overrated.
No, absolutely, it's
absolutely
definitely
overrated.
overrated. Absolutely overrated. I think it's like a thing you go see once and you're like, wow, and then you forget about it.
Yes. However, because people were like, "Wow, this is really good. I like the way they did it.
Yeah.
It's so massive, so big, great
Yeah.
success. It's Peter. It's James Cameron, right? And then they're like, everyone's riding the wave of the movie coming out, making $1 billion. Like, hey, I was part of that.
Yeah.
The movie was really long, so and now come out 14 years later.
Number two.
Number 2 comes out, and people are like, well, all right, well, I gotta watch this one.
I mean, number two did pretty well too.
It was also really long.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It's
I
just
also thought it was good too.
It was good.
But
I don't think
again-
I'd rewatch it.
no, I would never
I
rewatch
don't
that.
need to. Why would I need to rewatch
Yeah.
it? I already watched it.
Exactly.
I did watch. I have seen the first Avatar many times. I actually saw it in theaters twice when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it was also like
Mm.
I wouldn't say I was. I think it was 13, 14 years old when it came out,
Mm.
and maybe. And so I really wasn't old enough to really appreciate, or Like the
Well, I think
subtleties of it.
The Avatar movies are really great for all audiences, and I think it's really good for audiences that maybe are not really into movies because it's such a visual feast. Yeah. So
I like how
Yeah.
I like the way you said that.
visual feast. That's like a common critic's phrase. Like that's,
Nah, no, it ain't.
Oh, it's not. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Because now I'm thinking about how like a movie is. Ooh, that looks tasty. Your eyes, take bites of it.
Yes. Shall we wrap up?
Wrap it up.
Yeah. So Jonah, you're the
Lay it on us.
Jonah's the man in charge. Make your maid's report.
So,
Yeah.
I've been giving this thought. Do you have Disney Plus, or did you? I know you got rid of it.
I can get anything I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking, and I was like on the fence whether to enact this one or pick a different movie. But because of our whole conversation about like Star Wars in general, it's got to be this.
Okay.
So I talked to you.
I remember
last week about a miniseries.
Yeah.
Star Wars Clone Wars 2003 miniseries, volume 1 and 2. They're about 2 hours.
Okay.
All together.
Is this the Tarkovsky?
Yeah.
Tartakov. What? How do you say his name? Not Tarkovsky. That's
It's
a
like
different guy.
Yeah.
But the fucking Samurai Jack guy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So, yeah, Star Wars Clone Wars 2003, both
Or one.
volumes.
Are both like an hour each?
They're about an hour each, yeah.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
Do both of them or one at a time or both of them? We could do both of them.
Are you gonna make this a part 1 and part 2?
I mean,
We could, but I think they're 2. I mean, they're 2 hours together.
No, I'm just kidding.
in that case, yeah. Let's just do both of them.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Cool. Star Wars Clone Wars
2001,
2003.
episode 3.
Jesus.
Bye bye.
Slick. Burn, burn, flick. Slick, slick, burn, burn, burn. Burn a flick. Burn a flick. Burn a flick. Burn a flick. Slick.